My name's Shelia Snyder, and my husband.
We're standing in the very first quilt that was ever made by Jenny Lefevre. It was made in 1999 in honor of her husband, Gerald, who passed away from several different cancers caused by Agent Orange. It was displayed for the first time in Washington, D.C. Memorial Day of 1999. We didn't meet Jenny until 2000, and my wife seen that she was having a quilt display in Newport Richey, Florida, and she drugged me over there to see the quilts because at that point in time, I didn't have nothing to do with veterans.
The day I met Jenny, it was almost like it was meant to be, because I had read the book Waiting for an Army to Die by Fred Wilcox, and I had my book with me. She said, "Dear, you know I have that book." And she says, "Oh my gosh, when I read it, I went through and I highlighted certain parts. I just smiled and I opened my book because I'd done the very same thing."
Every time the media would come around and she would talk to them about the quilts, she would introduce us as her angels in training.
When she got sick, we found out quickly that she was actually training us. If you can train one for this
There's
type
no
of thing.
training for this. None. It's got to be from the heart, from the soul. Being an Agent Orange victim does help, because I know where all these guys have been there, done that.
We are a nonprofit organization. Any bit of help that we can get, we appreciate. While we are out displaying the quilts, we hand out information. People filing claims, we're not professionals, but we can advise them where to go. You do whatever you can do. Sometimes it's as simple as being there to talk to a widow. Sometimes it's taken 6 or 7 years to make that quilt block for their husband. A lot of people don't realize that it's for the living veterans too. If they're dealing with these illnesses caused from Agent Orange, they can submit a quilt block. We have 26 entire quilts now, and we'll be sewing together the 27th quilt. I gotta thank God for our children and our grandchildren. All are involved and they help with what we do. I have 10 grandchildren, healthy grandchildren, but a few years ago, we all lost one of them as a baby at 15 months old. And if it wouldn't have been for these kids, they were my support system. And I couldn't have made it through it without them. We were blessed to have her with us for 15 months. I believe, through what I know in the studies, that there was 5 or 6 things that she had wrong with her that, it's on lists caused from Agent Orange. A lot of people don't realize that this stuff did cause birth defects. We've got 3 healthy children and all the other grandkids that are healthy, but the one, we got to do something while we're still here. All we can do to help to keep it going, and maybe someday we can stop some of these different things like Agent Orange from happening. The awareness has to be there.